What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be going over how you get the Master Sword and why you shouldn't yet in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Just a heads up, we are not going to be revealing any spoilers in this video regarding the memories and the story about the Master Sword. Quick story, okay? So I got a physical copy of the game early from online, and I was playing it for a good amount of time before its official release. I saw on a Reddit post that someone found the location of the Master Sword, and then I identified where that was, and then I went and I obtained said Master Sword. At which time there was a memory that played, just like how there was a memory in Breath of the Wild. However, this memory ruined the story for me because I didn't do the geoglyphs. The geoglyphs are a lot of memories in order. And then at the end of a lot of those memories is the memory that you get from the Master Sword. And let me tell you, the story in this game is a lot better and a lot more investing than it was in Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. If you have gotten the geoglyphs, please continue watching this video. If you are an absolute monster that doesn't care about the story, I don't pass judgment, continue watching the video. If neither of those apply to you, please do me a favor. Right below me, there's gonna be the little ellipses when you're on mobile, even on desktop now. And if you click that, you could hit add to watch for later. Add this to watch for later. Watch it later, that way you can go do it later. And then set it to watch for later. I already made a video on the location of all the geoglyphs, so definitely go watch that. That video has all the geoglyphs where you can find them, but not the videos, because I would think you should experience that for yourself. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the Master Sword, but I'm not going to be showing you the memories associated with it. That's all I have to say. I just don't want you to ruin it for yourself. I ruined it for myself. And then it was like, okay, well, how did we get here? So yeah, please don't pull the Master Sword until you've done the geoglyphs. Or if you don't care about the story, then yeah, go for it. Master Sword isn't that cool anyways, whatever. At a certain point while you're playing Tears of the Kingdom, they are going to prompt you with actually going and obtaining the Master Sword. However, literally nothing is stopping you from doing it whenever you want. However, it's a little bit different than you would think. There's a quest that leads up to it that involves going into the Korok forest, which I am going to cover. There is an enemy in there that's a little difficult to fight. I am going to cover that. But then there's also the actual Master Sword itself, which is not in the Great Hyrule Forest / Korok Forest. So we'll call this a two-parter. We'll mark the chapters down there. Perfect. First of all, you cannot get into the Great Hyrule Forest from the sky. And then also, if you were to take the path that you used to take during Breath of the Wild, as soon as you get past the 2 torches and the 3 ravens that are there, you also white out. So you cannot go on land. So if you can't go from sky, and if you can't go from land, we're going to be going from the depths. Luckily, there's a chasm very close to the Korok Forest, which is the Minishi Woods Chasm. From there, you're going to make your way north, and then you're going to be seeing a lot of structures down here, and right in the middle is going to be a light route that you can access. Right next to that is a very large illuminated structure. In fact, this was illuminated before the light routes were even illuminated, so you may have seen this from very far away. To make our way inside of the forest, all we need to do is ascend through the ground. After we rise through, we're gonna be finding the Korok Forest, and let me tell you, it ain't poppin'. It's not nearly as poppin' as it used to be. This place used to be filled with music and laughter and happiness. And the Great Deku Tree is still here, but he doesn't look too happy. Hi. Is he literally frozen? Okay, he looks frozen. A couple silent princesses, always handy. To go speak to the Great Deku Tree, we're just gonna go up this route, and on this pedestal is where we could talk to him. My stomach is not well. Okay, that's all the information that we get. Also, there's a shrine here. Probably want to go activate that. If you played Breath of the Wild, you will know that the inside of the Great Deku Tree is a place that you can go and get some stuff, and there's some ickiness inside of them. Yeah, if my stomach looked like this, I'd have a stomachache too. But if we look forward, he's actually on top of a chasm. Now, just a heads up, there's gonna be a fight down here. If you're following along one for one, you might want to pause it now, go down here, and try the fight for yourself. And then once you're ready, I want you to leave a comment on how that went and then continue this video. I actually really want to see people's reply to that. I'm gonna go ahead and equip some of the strongest weapons I have that are not about to break. And once we come down here, there's a very small amount of light, but I'm gonna definitely put down a little bit more light. And once you get down to the ground, there's gonna be some gloom hands. If you get out of the way and then you shoot far away, you'll be able to damage all of them without damaging yourself. Okay, there's 3 left. If these grab you, they are going to do a lot of damage, gloom damage, and on top of that, they just go back to back damaging you. Then, we have a Phantom Ganon. This is Phantom Ganon in case you haven't experienced it before. Phantom Ganon can be damaged regularly, but I would highly recommend any sort of flurry rush attacks that you have, now is a perfect time to use them. If you step on his gloom, you are going to be receiving gloom damage, so definitely don't stand on his gloom. Including when you're doing backflips and just sort of trying to avoid him completely. He is very fast, so be careful. I've also only fought a sword Phantom Ganon once, so I don't actually know his attack timing. The only reason he's doing so little damage to me right now is because I have fully upgraded this barbarian armor, so it has a defense of 60 right now. Also, I have a 5-shot Lionel bow, which is very helpful. But if you're not here with good equipment, this is a scary fight, and he does work. He does work to you, and he does it quickly. From here, the gloom is going to be dissipating from underneath the Great Deku Tree. Hey, the Koroks, they're unfrozen now. Phantom Ganon's gonna drop some Dark Clumps, a Gloom Sword, and a Demon King's Bow. Demon King Bow is unique because it's more powerful the more hearts you have, so I guess, you know, toward the end of the game, it's gonna be fantastic. As far as the Gloom Sword goes, if you have the Gloom Sword and you swing it and you damage something, you're actually going to be inflicting gloom upon yourself. However, when it's at the end of something else, like this Mighty Zonite Sword, then that doesn't happen. Instead, it's just a nice Power 41 sword. I think these mushrooms are here for a reason. Last time I just fast traveled out, but I think you're supposed to ascend right here. Like right inside of here. Oh, yeah. And here we are. Right inside of the Great Deku Tree. Which, quick note, the Koroks inside of the Great Deku Tree sell a variety of different plants and also arrows. So if you need Hylian rice, cane sugar, Tabantha wheat, or bright caps, razor shrooms, iron shroom, rush shroom, staminella shroom, it's all available here. So there you go. Also, Hestu's here. After you help out the Great Deku Tree, Hestu is going to be making his way to the Korok Forest, away from Lookout Landing, so he's here now permanently. He's then going to be talking about a memory that happened sometime between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which is memory number 1, the Master Sword's power. From this point, you're now going to get a marker showing you the location of the Master Sword. And here's the thing, that marker is actively moving. Yeah, there it is. It's moving. In the sky, I feel the Master Sword's presence strongly in this area. But what could this mean? The Master Sword seems to be moving. Now you get the objective recovering the hero's sword. I'm just gonna fast travel to any sky island that's close. And you're going to notice now, the light dragon has come down. Previously, the light dragon was at a height of about 2,000 meters high. However, after you get this quest, the light dragon is going to descend to about 650, 700 meters high. I'm actually talking about the Z coordinates on the minimap. That's the 3rd number. So now you are tasked with being able to get to the light dragon. And I'm so thankful that she is now lower, because I was coming up with all sorts of contraptions and all sorts of ways to get up to the height that she was at. It was such a mess. So whatever craftiness or contraptions you would like to assemble to actually try to make yourself something that can get over to where she is. What am I missing? Does the battery cost 9? Also, I think I just dropped one of the rockets off of the cliff. Yep, definitely did. Cool. Let's go ahead and line it up with where she is. Oh, and there's a blood moon. Cool. Oh, I should also probably let you know now that where we're going and what we're about to do, you're gonna need 2 full rings of actual stamina. Temporary stamina does not work for this. You have to have 2 full rings of regular stamina. Once you know more about the story, the fact that there's a blood moon as I'm about to go to the light dragon is such a like a weird poetic balance. So, yeah. If you know, you know. Once you first make your way to the light dragon, even if you land on the front, I recommend going to the back, because as you're going around these little spikes over here, oh, by the way, you can land on dragons in this game. Don't know if you knew that. Oh, here it is. Shard of the Light Dragon Spike. There's going to be some little drops that you're going to be finding on dragons that you can actually fuse to different things that have different effects. So I definitely recommend coming and grabbing them. This is not the same thing as the dragon parts that you're used to. If you still wanted to get, you know, claw or a scale or a shard of horn, then that still works pretty much the same way. While we're on top of here, we're just going to fire an arrow and then we could get a scale or a shard of horn or whatever we want. And as we make our way to the front of the light dragon, there is the Master Sword. It actually doesn't respond to the Master Sword, just the light dragon. So, yeah, there she is. So only if you're ready and you have 2 full rings of stamina do I recommend coming here and getting ready to grab this sword. So just like the vitality doors that you saw right at the beginning of the game that require you to have a certain amount of hearts, you have to have a certain amount of stamina for this. I don't think the dragon is very happy about me ripping this sword out of its head. Oh yeah, especially toward the bucket at the end. She then flies up to the heavens. And the hair that covered the once damaged Master Sword recedes. F to pay respects. I love the way the Master Sword looks here and then it petals away. And the sword that seals the darkness is once again reborn. And a memory plays that I'm going to not show you. And there we go, the Master Sword. And that's recovering the Hero Sword complete. There you go. There's how you get the Master Sword in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well guys, thank you so much for being here. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, turning on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.